The story begins in a peaceful village, a place where life moves slowly, filled with warmth and simple joys. In this village lived an elderly woman named Miriam. Her presence was like the morning sun, gentle, warm, and full of wisdom. People from the village often came to her, seeking advice, comfort, or simply the joy of her company. One day, a young man named Elias came to Miriam, curious about the secret behind her happiness. Miriam chuckled softly, her laughter as light as the wind, and she invited Elias to sit beside her. With a knowing smile, she shared a truth that would change Elias's perspective forever. Elias furrowed his brows, trying to grasp the meaning of her words. Miriam's eyes softened as she looked into the distance, lost in a memory. She had a story to tell, one that held the secret to true happiness. And so, Miriam began to share a story from her past, a story of love, loss, and the choice that changed everything. Miriam's life was once filled with joy. She had a loving family, and though they were not rich, their home overflowed with happiness. But life, like the seasons, changed. One day, her husband fell ill, and their happiness was shadowed by sorrow. It was the darkest time of her life. She wept, feeling as if her world had crumbled. For a long time, she believed happiness was lost forever. Grief held onto her heart like a heavy chain. But one day, as she watched her children play, a thought changed everything. She still had something to live for. In that moment, she made a choice, not to live in sorrow, but to find happiness again. She realized that life would always have good and bad moments, but she could choose how to face them. So, she started finding happiness in small things: the warmth of the sun, the beauty of flowers, and the laughter of her children. Some days were harder than others, but she always found something, even if it was small, to remind her that joy still existed. Elias listened carefully, trying to understand how such a simple choice could change everything. Miriam smiled. She had learned that happiness was not something the world gave her, it was something she created. She had discovered a secret: happiness was always there, waiting to be noticed. Elias felt something shift inside him. He realized that happiness was not about avoiding sadness, but about choosing to see the good in every moment. Miriam's voice was gentle but firm. She had lived through pain, but she had also discovered the truth: everything passes, and we have the power to choose our outlook. And so, Elias left with a new understanding. Soon, others in the village embraced the wisdom of Miriam's words, and happiness spread, not because life was perfect, but because they learned to see its beauty.